Hey guys, if you could do me a favor and like, comment, subscribe, and share, I really appreciate it. Hello everybody. We've got 4 molds to do today. We're going to do the dragon from Let's Resin. And then we're also going to do the reindeer. That's one I got off the TikTok shop. And then we're also going to do this jar mold. And I'll be 100%, I don't remember who makes that one. For the dragon, we're going to be using actually these are nail art powders. And this one's a really pretty dark pink powder. I'm just going to paint inside the dragon. I know I'm doing this mostly to where you can't see what I'm doing inside, but I have to make sure I can see inside it. But I'll keep showing as I go. This is the gold. And there we go. Yeah, I deal with functional neurological disorders, so those muscle jumps, they happen quite a bit. But as you can see, I just kept going. Just started using the gold powder right off my hand. Might as well. Alright, and we're just coloring in those scales with the gold. The dragon's going to be the dark pink, and then his scales and his stomach will be the gold. So I'm just going to keep painting him. Making sure I get inside all those cracks and crevices so I don't leave any spots without any color. About halfway through this, I was like, whoa, I didn't think this dragon's bigger than I thought. Typically when I do these dragons, I usually do them in alcohol ink. And it's really pretty when you use like the green because you can make it almost see-through color. It's really pretty. And these come in a set of 3. They're the See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and Speak No Evil. So this will be the first one we do. And then for the next one we will do the next dragon as well. Gonna finish putting in all that pigment color.
She pours the colors.
Get his little tummy all nice and gold.
Swirls of gold and aquamarine, dancing light through crystal streams. Her hands create what her heart believes. Glitter falls like
Close up those mica powders now that he's completely coated.
every shade has its own name.
A lot of that gold mica wouldn't come off, but hey, who doesn't want a nice shimmery gold desk?
She's painting life inside a frame. Oh, the world is dull and gray till she turns it all to play with a flick, a spark, a twist.
Alright, we got our gloves on, so now we're going to mix up some resin. Now remember with the resin, you want to do equal parts A to equal parts B. And so I've got all my resin in here. I've got 4 ounces of the A and 4 ounces of the B. I'm just going to stir it all up, get it mixed, scrape the bottom, scrape the sides. You really want to give it a good 3 to 4 minute stir, mixing everything, scraping those sides, scraping the bottom, to where you get it thoroughly mixed up so you don't end up with like leaking spots that don't cure properly.
Every flaw she makes it true. Imperfections shine like new. Marbled skies
And we're going to do our double pour stirring. You really want to scrape out this cup, because when I did the double pour, I realized I still had, after I scraped it up, I discovered I had an ounce of resin still in that first cup. So it's really important that you scrape out every bit of that resin from that cup. Otherwise, that's a whole ounce of resin you're losing. And resin's not cheap, so we definitely don't want to waste the resin. Clean out that cup. Discovered today I'm running low on those alcohol wipes, so I'm definitely going to go grab some more. And we're going to stir up that second cup, scraping the sides, scraping the bottom, getting it all mixed in.
She pours the colors in a dream. Swirls of golden
Alright, now we're going to pour that resin into a smaller cup so we can add our pigment color.
dancing light through crystal streams. Her hands
I'm going to do the inside of the dragon black so that that red and that gold really pop.
glitter.
If you do like a white, the red and the gold are more muted. They don't pop as much as they do with the darker color.
Every shade has its own name.
The same theory applies when you're using chameleon powders. If you really want those colors to pop out, you want to use a dark resin on the inside.
She's painting light.
So we're going to mix that all up, scraping the sides so we get every ounce of that mica.
Oh, the world is dull and gray till she turns it all to play. With a flick, a spark, a twist, she remakes it with her wrist. Resin rainbow, heartbeat bright, shining through the darkest night. Every layer tells a tale of a love that
And start pouring it in. This one takes quite a bit of resin, I will say. It takes about 8 to 10 ounces of resin. And I'm just going to squeeze his ears and squeeze his face so I can make sure the resin gets all in there and it doesn't leave behind any bubbles.
tiny stars in midnight blue.
And if you'll notice, if I get resin drips on the desk, I immediately grab an alcohol wipe and I'm wiping that back up. Because if you can get it while it's still wet, you're fine. It'll wipe right off.
Every flaw
If you get it when it's dried, good luck. That is not coming off. Unless you get like a pick and chisel.
like new. Marbled skies and oceans crest,
Make up another batch.
pouring out her soul's request. No such thing as
Give it a really good stir, making sure that mica powder gets incorporated.
when she's wearing her
Pour it all in.
dress. Oh, the world is dull and gray till she turns it all to play.
Trying to make sure I get every ounce out of that cup and make sure I can fill it all the way to his tiny little toes.
Makes it with her wrist. Resin rainbow,
Get all the bubbles to the surface. It's tempting to use my lighter. Didn't go so swell. It is time for a new lighter. Although the goal is to get some that alcohol and a spray bottle. Then I can just spritz them and the bubbles will pop. And I won't have to worry about using a lighter. Because the lighter it's concerning because you don't want to melt your molds. So what I'll probably end up doing is getting the alcohol in the spray bottle. That way I don't have to worry about ruining my molds. Now we're going to put some resin in the deer. We're not going to fill it up. And we're just going to put a little bit in. Bring those bubbles to the surface, squeeze in the ears to make sure there's no bubbles in the ears. And then we're going to start with our alcohol inks. We're going to put some red in. And then our green. The green was a lot paler than I thought it was going to be, so I added a couple extra drops to it. Like the red came out and it just said, "Hello, I'm here." The green went, do I really want to work today? That's what it felt like it was doing. Now the white I was trying to put in was not opened yet. Found that out the hard way. So I had to grab another white. It's not name brand sinker white, but it kind of acts like a sinker. The sinker white is what everybody uses to make the blooms, where it goes to the bottom and the color stays at the top. I know Let's Resin has a good one, but since I don't have the actual sinker brand, I've just been using this to see if that will create a different effect. Pour in some more resin. I'm just kind of dipping the stick in it to get the color all the way to the bottom. And setting him off to let him cure. And then we have the top piece of our jar. I'm going to make the very top circle piece clear. And then I wasn't quite sure what colors I wanted for this, but as soon as I found this glitter I was looking for, it was an automatic decision maker. And the glitter is so pretty. It's a mixture of blue and green. It's super pretty. Add some glue so that glitter doesn't drop to the bottom. And the glue helps stabilize the glitter so it all stays exactly where you put it. And you don't end up with like partial clear and then all the glitter at the other end. I'm adding a little more resin because I think I put one too many drops of glue in there. Look at how pretty that is. Well, if I'd put it in the camera, you could look at it. Okay, so that's a bad angle. But it's okay. Trust me, demold day, it's gonna look A+. Get all the bubbles to the top. Take your wooden stick, go around the edges, make sure there's no bubbles hiding in there. Pull them towards the center. And make them easier to pop. So stinking pretty. Now with that glitter in mind, I decided for the actual jar that we were going to do a marble effect with the green and the blue. And you know my rule, waste not, want not. So into the turtle goes the glitter. Mixed up some more resin. It's always better for me to pour the resin off camera because I use pumps on my resin bottles. That takes me half a year. So it's always easier for me to do that off camera so you're not stuck just sitting there watching me pumping resin into a cup. Scrape the bottom, scrape the sides, get it all mixed together.
No such thing as second best when she's wearing her own dress.
Do our double pour. And stir it again.
She pours the colors in a dream. Swirls of gold.
Alright, now we're going to half and half it. So since it's 8 ounces of resin, we're going to put 4 ounces in one cup, 4 ounces in another.
Her hands create what her heart believes. Glitter falls like summer.
It's our sky blue. 3 scoops of sky blue. And our phthalo green, 3 scoops of the phthalo green. See, even the spoon looks pretty. Get that all stirred up, making sure we scrape the sides, get every ounce of that mica powder. Don't want to lose any of that really pretty goodness. Stir up our phthalo green. Although as someone who paints, that is not phthalo green. It's a very pretty green. It's just not phthalo green. Add in our glue. 4 ounces gets 4 drops. Although I'm pretty sure I just saw 5 go into the blue, but it's okay. Give it a really good stir.
No such thing as second best when she's
And it was at that point my finger decided to lock up. That was fun. Which is why you saw me scrape that, that wooden stick in the blue cup and then forget to take the wooden stick out of the blue cup. Because my fingers locked up and they said no. It happens. I roll with it. So we've got our blue and our green, marbling them in there. Sorry, I really should have moved that jar closer. There we go. Making all those bubbles come to the top. And then I'm swirling the sides of them so that it doesn't look like just two separate colors. It gives them a spot to kind of mesh together.
She pours the colors in a
Popping the bubbles. Aren't those two colors so pretty together?
dancing light through crystal streams.
Set that one aside, and then we've got some left over. And what do we do with leftovers?
Glitter falls like summer rain.
We grab another mold.
Every shade has its own name.
So sorry if you can hear my dog snoring in the background.
Pink and sunset flame. She's painted
I don't think any dog snores as loud as a pity.
a frame. Oh, the world is dull and gray till she turns it all to play. With a flick, a spark, a twist, she remakes it with her wrist.
Got those colors in that new mold.
Heartbeat bright, shining through the darkest night. Every layer tells a tale of a love that won't grow pale. She's the artist, wild and free, drowning down in
Popping some bubbles.
ecstasy.
And that one's ready to cure. Now I have a little bit of blue left over, so I've got one of my tiny skulls. And we're going to fill him up.
Drips of honey, drops of
I'll show you all the skulls I've got. I've got a whole jar full of skulls now.
every flaw she makes it true.
Because that's where my extras go. Straight into a skull mold. Wow, I can't talk.
Shine like new. Marbled skies and oceans crest, pouring out her soul's request. No such thing as second
Alright, and there we have it.
best.
Tomorrow we'll do an episode on demolding. Thanks for watching, guys.